Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another deck profile. Today we're here with Danny Wynn and Marcel Russell. Danny was able to take the Mecha Frieza deck that him, our other teammate Jordan, and Marcel were working on. So Danny's gonna profile us with his IRL deck. Pretty cool with the webcam technology. But Danny, say what's up, and then Marcel, you can say what's up too.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys, good job, Danny. Congratulate you now.
Thank you.
All right, so most of the talking will be done by these two guys because they really put a lot of time into the deck. I'll ask some questions. Danny, why don't you get started? Obviously, we all know what the leader does, so let's see what makes this deck different than other mecha lists.
Yeah, so this list is pretty different, and it surprised all my opponents today. I got fourth. I don't know if Joey mentioned that, but ended up getting fourth, so that's pretty strong. I only lost once to Mecha Bor, and it was mostly my own misplay. So basic, blue yellow. Let's play Bojack, and here's like the big difference: the hit rapid movements. Here, I'll let Marcel talk about it.
Well, in this deck you actually are gonna end up charging blue energy. So hit rapid movement does reduce its cost by 1. So instead of a 1+5k, it's gonna be a 0+5k, but it's gonna be a rival for the Bojack cost.
Yeah, charge blue yellow specifically. You never charge blue because we play Final Flash.
Yeah, Final Flash and your super combos are gonna have to have mono yellow.
Yeah.
And blue yellow technically counts toward.
Base aggro deck for the most part, but of course it's Mecha, you can play control. So the Bojacks are here, and the hits, and then we gotta play other blue yellow cards, Swirl and Hop. This is more discard outlets for Bojack. A big thing about this is in like other blue yellow like Bojack base, sometimes you have to discard super combo to Aegis, and that does not feel good. So Swirl and Hop, it's a U9 target U9 target, and a lot of times pitch. Don't play with Assemble much. Just if you run out of basils.
But it's also a check land if you have a U9 in play, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
how would you guys go about the chart? Marcel, you can talk about this one. How do you guys go about the charging for this deck? Like, do you do turn 1 blue yellow, or do you do a turn 1 yellow and try to get like a basil on board to like charge check land? Like, how do you normally do it?
Ideally, we charge yellow energy first. If your opponent misplays and taps out turn 1, you can U9 and play the basal before your turn starts. And then you can charge it if you have it in your hand. Turn 2 is kind of the latest you really want to do that. Turn 3 is like emergencies only.
Yeah. If you're not drawing them, but we do have a lot of targets. I actually never got the charge Sorel to ignore the energy exhaust. It was just a lot of times it was like charge hit, charge Bojack turn 2, and he's got to charge yellow turn 1 for a lot of reasons, like Unite Assemble and to play defensively sometimes too. And
also because you need to open yellow energy for certain cards in the deck,
yes,
so that's also matters.
Yeah, like power. So one of the big power cards in the deck, Sensu Bean, the one of the other reasons to also charge blue yellow. This extends your turns like crazy, and we play multiple dual attackers in the deck, and beating on dual attackers, broken.
That's value right there. Dual attackers.
That's strength.
Yeah, super big value, and yeah, obviously most blue yellow lists don't play Bean. I mean, most blue yellow lists don't play the majority of cards that are on the board already. But yeah, this is definitely a more blue yellow version that can extend its turns really nicely.
Yeah, most of my games I killed on turn 3, and people did not see it coming. Like, they didn't expect my turn to be extended that much.
Super explosive.
It was very explosive. And Krillin super combo. We're not playing Zamasu. When we're killing on turn 3, we're drawing a ton of cards. 4 Unite Assembles, 4 Krillin super combos. This lets you hit really big numbers easily without reducing your hand size. Zamasu would reduce your hand size. So
it ups the consistency of the deck because you get a bottom deck of card you don't want or want back into your deck specifically, and you draw 2 cards. So like it really ups the consistency of the deck.
Yeah.
Krillin super combos.
It's kind of a crazy concept because like you very rarely see Bojack without Zamasu super combo, so you're really relying on hit. But I mean, the deck just draws so many cards, Unite Assemble and whatnot, that it's pretty reasonable, right?
Very consistent, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna draw into Krillin's gonna draw into U9s. They're gonna draw into other Krillins, and everyone was like, they're like, oh, how'd you get 3-4 beans in your hand? You're just drawing like most of your deck, and obvious broken card.
Yeah.
Universe 9 Assemble.
Not too much to say there. That card is nuts in this deck.
Yeah, you play 4 of, and the main thing we're playing is Basil all the time. Yeah, Marcel, you want to talk about the...
That is definitely the ideal target because it is a 0-cost draw card that becomes a dual attack 19k. Like insane value. At worst, you can play Sorrel Hop as a blocker, which is really nice defensively if you have to do that.
I think what most people will find crazy is like you're not playing Chappelle. So did you guys just like not feel you needed to lean on that card defensively? Like, what do you guys think about not playing Chappelle?
In my opinion, I lost Chappelle's slot to Sorrel Hop because I was kind of like running out of slots. And they kind of serve the same purpose as a 15k attacker. Chapel only got value generally in the early game where removal is kind of scarce, so we kind of stopped doing that. Also, our opponents just stopped misplaying because Mecha's been out for 2 sets now. Unite Assemble can only fetch the Chapel if their whole energy's tapped, which is not that common anymore. People are starting to play around Mecha's Unite Assemble chain pretty easily.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And this is our first dual attacker. You throw several beans on this. This thing is sometimes swinging 29 base. It's pretty insane. You hit huge numbers. And we'll just move on to the next card, Bergamo. Obvious, insane card. Insane with power of a Super Saiyan.
I know more recently we were all like on 4 copies of this, but was 3 just for space? Like, did you feel like you saw it enough?
Yeah, I think so. Like we said, just draw a lot. And Marcel and Jordan, I have a bad habit going to 51 cards just to try to fit everything, but I think it's really important to go 50 cards with this deck. So the ratios are very clean in my opinion.
Okay.
Fine-tuned.
Yeah. So, and 2 absolute annihilations. This card is insane.
MVP if I dare say.
Yeah, MVP. It's maybe you can say it's the second best card in the deck. There's the best card in the decks later on, but we play 2, and it happens a lot where we save Awakening to turn 3, where after we already charge blue yellow, play it, awaken, and then we beam all our energy back, and then we go in, and you can't negate. It's insane. It stops so many decks.
Especially when they're tapped out, they really just can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, and Bergamo, and you'll see later on we have another card that like rest modes energy. So
if you guys don't know what the card does, deflect, barrier, permanent. Your opponent has to pay an additional energy whenever they want to activate extra cards.
Yeah.
And if they can't pay the additional energy in the first place, they cannot activate the card.
Yeah, that means no sparking negates, none of the blocker negates from Battle Evolutions.
Yeah,
there's tons of free negates.
And when your deck's insane and can tap your opponent's energy out, they just literally can't do anything. So
Yep. So we'll go on to the next card, Raiders Warcry. It's Raiders. Double strike, draw card, rest mode.
It's really to abuse that Bojack untap. Like you really want to have something to do defensively, and untapping 2, use 2 to just rest something else. Play a 20k double striker that draws a card. Nice.
Yeah, a lot of times I actually do it aggressively too. Because we're untapping so much. Like you just find some ways to tap your energy, and then you start beaning, and that's energy dump sometimes. And new set 13 card, power of a Super Saiyan.
Sheesh. SPRs, bro. Look at that.
So ridiculous in this deck.
No, the card is not fair. It's insane that it can cycle when you're going aggressively too, right?
Offense, defense, nice.
It's so good. it's pretty insane with Bergamo.
Backside leader effect on 2. Ugh,
yeah,
amazing.
Rest mode 2. We don't play Zamasu, of course, the big thing. But it's fine. We just rest mode everything else. Unison's battle cards. Yeah.
Zamasu got replaced with this card essentially. The only thing you can't rest is the leader. So.
Yep.
But who's not swinging with that first, right?
Hey. So we got 4 Final Flash. I was a big. I really wanted to play 3 at first, but I think over time with all the energy we have, this lets you hit huge numbers. It's insane. Right, Marcel?
Oh yeah.
Did you guys ever find yourself charging manual blue, or is always just like Strel and Hop or another blue yellow if you were able to?
No, you cannot charge Sensibeam because the Krillin Super Combo and Final Flash specifically say you need mono yellow. Well, you need all yellow energy, not mono yellow, just all yellow energy. so we cannot charge Bean, which is fine. We don't want to.
Right.
we really don't want to.
This card was really insane though. I would not play any less than 4, especially with Bean. You can like when people all in, they really don't see how much actual combo power you have. And when when you're going all in too, when you're getting all in, it's good defensively and offensively. You know, you can hit 100k numbers.
Yes,
Yeah,
easy.
Easy 100k, like no problem.
And the addition of the skill that it provides, which is ignoring barrier,
Yes.
negate skills, is very huge in the game.
Yes.
There are cards that you want to negate their skills to like go push for game. So it's very important to have cards like this. Defensively, it stops off like quadruple strikes and triple strike, all that stuff. So it's very useful defensively too.
Final Flash is insane. People like to play Dark Power Black Machine a lot against us. Yeah, whatever, you know, negate skills. And now I'm gonna go do my thing with the
keep going, play everything exactly.
Yeah. So, it's probably the best card in the deck. You know, it's up there.
You said that like 3 times.
You know, best card in the deck. Final Spirit Cannon. You know how many people like ask me like what this card does? You know, they have 1 energy open. Yeah, Spirit Cannon. Okay, now you can't do anything. Especially, this is just insane. Sometimes you turn 3, you play this, awaken, double Spirit Cannon, rest with 2 energy. There, lights out.
That's lights
Gee.
out. All right, so Final Spirit Cannon, if you guys don't know, it can tap any card on your opponent's side of the field. This includes field spells, and it does come up because a basal needs 5 cards in rest mode specifically.
Yeah.
Going against like field spell based decks like King Vegeta or King Cold, you can tap their field spell, triggering Bergamo, and tap the rest of their energy. And if that hits 5 exactly, your basal just got stronger.
For sure.
Nice.
All right, so our only overwhelm, 2 Fighting Against Fate. I really wanted to play Secret Identity and 1 Fighting Against Fate, but Marcel, shout out, he totally two Fighting Against Fate. It's insane. Half my games I literally overwhelm, triple Bean on it, 40k base.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Bean was the reason why it beat out any other overwhelm in the game. Like beaning on that card was insane.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
dual attack 40k. Whew, easy numbers. And for the 1-of lineup, we're playing 1 Robotic Repose. Just 1 negate. It ends turns, and it's a 1-drop.
It's an extra card that isn't an extra card essentially. Like it's the negate that's not an extra card. That's very relevant, especially in like a mirror match scenario where they have that annihilation on board.
Did you like it? Did you like it just at 1, or would you maybe think about bringing more into the main, or just like in a best 3 you decide more?
I think best of 3 side more. Like I said, the deck is tight. It's 50 cards exactly, so very few like numbers would be moved much, right? But it's usually as a 1-drop too, because like you might need 1 more swinger to end the game, like they're 1 life or something. It comes in big. You gotta play Bloodlust. You know, you can't not play the Bloodlust.
Too many cards with too many good skills, you know.
Yep. And 1-of Cooler. You know, it's always hitting the baby hatch. It's there when you need.
It's always there, yeah, for sure.
I didn't play it much, maybe twice, but it was hitting the hatch. It goes for game. Kai ACR. So I think there might be some differing opinions, not with us, but other people maybe with what secret rare to play. Like we could play Heroes Lineage is like Marcel, you were talking about you wanted to maybe play.
Yeah, Heroes Lineage is like a good alternative option if you were going for a more budget option, definitely. Kai SCR in my opinion is very useful because you can get rid of unisons, which is the only thing that your deck can't really deal with that easily. On top of that, remember how I said you can't rest leaders? Well, their leader can't attack, so this is another way for that effect to go through even without Zamasu super combo in the deck.
It's a 1-drop 40k. Come on.
Oh yeah. By the way, 40k swing. By the way.
And
nice.
This is the Marcel deck. You gotta play with Champa.
We always say
Champa, baby. Come on.
Oh yeah, you definitely always gotta play Champa in a Mecha Frieza deck. So I'll ask Danny first, and then Marcel, you take it over after that. So Danny, after playing the event, after playing the deck for an entire event, any changes you think you would make?
I think this is built for best one, of course. Raiders is more of a best one card. There's some other options that you could play, and then besides that, it kind of aggroes out. So it's not like the list changes that much though. right? I personally, right now, I would not change nothing. It's beautiful.
All right, Marcel, how about you?
All right. Well, in a best of one format, I think like the one of lineups is amazing. Like those are actually necessary at one ofs. In best of three, it becomes maybe different, but it's easier to sideboard more copies of whatever we have here, anyways. But
Mhm.
I personally would in best of one, I would change one super combo to just the Zamasu super combo. Just because your opponent has to respect that you have it, you know?
Shout out to which teammate, huh? Which teammate?
Oh, Zuhair of MRG suggested that one. I'm like, all right, I'm thinking it might be good.
All
Okay.
I
right.
was
So
not about it.
we're at the end of the video now, so we'll get to shoutouts. So Danny, take away with shoutouts, and then Marcel, you're up with shoutouts.
First off, shout out to our whole team, MRG. Everyone helped playtest. Everyone was just running games with us, and of course Marcel and Jordan. Jordan came up with the deck first, and then we just all grouped together. Marcel put some good finishing touches on it, so it's a super fun deck. It's really fun to play. And shout out to Core. It was my first webcam event, and I think it went pretty smoothly. So
All right, Marcel, take it away.
So shout out 100% first and foremost Jordan Beard.
oh yeah, I didn't name right Jordan.
he
Jordan Beard.
he came back to the game and was like, "Hey guys, Mecha's cool, right? Why aren't you guys playing Sensitive?" And we're like, "Oh, that's lame." And then we added it, and we're like, "Wait, hold on, this is fire." So shout out to Jordan. Adding Sensitive was a great decision.
I gotta say, the first time he showed it to me, I'm like, yo, this is wild. It's garbage.
It's wild.
I'll admit it. I didn't think it was good, but poof, it's pretty broken.
Bro, but shout out to Danny. He can pilot a deck if he tries. It works.
Yeah, sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. All right, all right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
No problem.